So I know it has been a while since I have done one of these. It's just been super busy at the moment, so I haven't really had the time, and even when I have had the time, I haven't quite been feeling up to doing anything like this. So I thought what I would do is do a bit of a pregnancy update, let everyone know how far along I am and just answer a few questions. I've got some written down in front of me here. So I've decided that I will do this throughout my pregnancy. I've got some base questions which, oh my gosh, 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, I've decided to write down like base questions that I will kind of go through every time I do one of these, and just a couple of other questions that are kind of significant to where I'm at the moment. So first question, right, so how far along am I? I am now 8 weeks pregnant, and baby is the size of a jelly bean, which, I don't know, I feel like these are pretty small jelly beans. They're tasty. Symptoms, I probably shouldn't have eaten this jelly bean because now they're going to chicken. Symptoms, I have been feeling very nauseous, particularly in the mornings. I tend to feel nauseous in the mornings, and then by the afternoon I'm just really exhausted and kind of run down. I haven't thrown up as of yet, so my fingers are crossed that I don't. But yeah, we'll soon see how long that lasts. Yeah, so I haven't thrown up as of yet, but you never know, things could change. Also, my boobs are quite tender, they're quite sore, they have grown. I'm quite large in this area, and they have gotten even bigger, so it's just great, it's just great. My sleeping has been pretty good. I have been tossing and turning a bit. I feel like I can't sleep on my back, and I also am starting to struggle sleeping on my tummy, not because I've got like a bump. Well, I mean, I sort of have a bump, but it's a bloat bump, like it's not a baby bump, so but it's just getting quite uncomfortable to sleep on my tummy, and normally I am a tummy sleeper, so I pretty much toss and turn, just going from side to side. I already have to kind of wedge a pillow under my tummy and another one between my knees, so I am going to assume that I definitely will be getting a pregnancy pillow, like a body pillow, at some stage this pregnancy. Have I had any cravings? Not so much cravings. No, I've been drinking a lot of orange juice, which I know that it's full of sugar, but it just tastes so good. And most things I have been eating have been very high in carbs. I found that with my first pregnancy with Max, that the food I could best hold down was carbs. So lots of bread, pasta, you know, that kind of stuff that's not really the best for you, but it's just the easiest to keep down. And I have actually heard from a few other people as well that they have found that, especially when they do have a bit of morning sickness, that carbs are the easiest food to kind of stomach at the moment. So I am eating high carb at the moment, but once I am kind of past this stage, I will definitely drop that and start eating a bit more healthy foods. I have hardly eaten any salads or anything like that because I just can't. Like, I want a salad really badly. Like, sometimes I just look at a salad on TV and I'm like, oh my god, I could do with one of those, but I just know that I probably won't be able to hold it down. So yeah, carbs at the moment. Sorry, I just heard the courier pull up, so I thought I'd better call out the window, just let her know to just leave the mailbox. Aversions, that was what I was up to. No, not really. There are certain smells that I kind of feel a little bit sickish of. Mainly, and this isn't in a mean way or anything, but mainly it is my father-in-law. I'm very, very, very grateful that we do not live in the same like house anymore, and that he kind of has his own flat downstairs, because he has a lot of scents. Like he uses like a body wash in the shower, like everyone does, but it's like a very manly body wash, because he, you know, he doesn't have a female, like in our shower we have a very nice smelling body wash because I'm the one that does the shopping, so I pick the smells. But so he has like a very manly, musky kind of body wash smell, and then he doesn't use roll-on, he uses spray deodorant, and then after that he puts on his cologne. So he takes pride in his like hygiene, I guess, and his smells and stuff like that. But when you're pregnant and you have a bit of morning sickness and nausea throughout the day, it's not the nicest of smells. It's very strong and it's kind of too much. And I don't notice it all the time, but straight after he has a shower I notice it, because that's obviously when he does everything. And if he comes upstairs afterwards, because sometimes he comes up to just, you know, have a chat with us, or, you know, sit on the couch, we'll sit outside on the deck, and he kind of walks past us, and that's quite a lot. But I notice it a lot when he opens the door to his flat, like the internal door, because the internal door of his flat opens up right at the bottom of the staircase, the internal stairs, and it just goes straight up, and then it just comes everywhere in our house because the stairs are right in the middle of our house. So like I can't even avoid it. Like I can come to the bedroom but I can still smell it here, or I go to the lounge and I can still smell it there, and that's pretty rough. But that's pretty much the only thing that I've like smelt and sort of been like, oh, I can't deal with this. But also bacon, like I love bacon and I'm not off bacon at all, but I did notice a couple of weekends ago my father-in-law was cooking bacon downstairs, and I think he had opened the internal door, and so all the bacon smell just kind of came up, and it was just a little bit too much. Like it was just a grilled bacon. You know, bacon has a smell anyway, and usually it smells quite good, but you know when you get a slightly burnt bacon smell, yeah, when you're pregnant it's not the nicest smell. But yeah, apart from that, like I haven't kind of been put off any foods or anything like that, which I'm thankful for. And my feelings, how am I feeling about it all? I'm feeling good. It still doesn't quite seem real, and I don't know if that's just because I don't have a bump or I'm not feeling any kicks or anything like that, but it's kind of just something that I don't even think about. Like with my last two pregnancies, it was something that was constantly on my mind, and I just find that it hasn't been this time around. Like I just forget that I'm pregnant. Like I've been eating lots of salami and then I just kind of remembered probably like 2 or 3 hours ago that I probably shouldn't really be eating salami because it's cold processed meat, but you know, I forgot I was pregnant. And I've had a scan. I'll insert a picture of the scan at the end of this video, and it was at 6 weeks I had that scan. So basically those were just the questions that I'll probably go through every time, which is just the basics of, you know, that I can kind of answer at any stage of my pregnancy. But I've just got a couple of other little questions here that is more specific to being 8 weeks pregnant. One of them is, have I told anyone? I have obviously told my husband, and I have told my mum, my cousin, and my nana, and my best friend. and that's all I have told. My husband has told a couple of his friends, his brother and his dad, because he lives downstairs and he kind of had to know. And how were their reactions? What were their reactions, or how did they react? Everyone was pretty happy. I don't think anyone was really shocked. No one has known that we've been trying or anything like that. So it's not like I don't know. It's not like they were expecting it, because they didn't know that we were trying, but they weren't shocked. And I think because we've already got kids, it's kind of like, yeah, you've already got kids. I was so lucky that I was able to tell my mum, my cousin and my nana at the same time. And my nana, she lives like 3 hours away, and my cousin, I don't see her very often, but they all came around to my house last week, and we were all kind of just sitting around and they were just talking, and I kept trying to say it, but I was like, I can't do it. And then in the end I was just like, I have to interrupt you and I have to say it, because otherwise I won't say it, I'll get too scared, but I'm pregnant. And they were all kind of like, what? Are you serious? And then my cousin, she was sitting next to me, she just kind of like hits me and she's like, are you serious? And then she's crying, and then my mum starts crying, and my nana gets a bit teary, and then they kind of gave me a hug and stuff. And no one asked if it was planned, which I don't know if it's a third baby thing or if it's a because I'm older thing. But with my last 2 pregnancies, everyone was, oh, was this planned? Like, I think I was asked with Ava a lot because she was so soon after having Max, and Max was only like a few months old when I was pregnant with Ava. So a lot of people were like, oh, was this one planned, or was it a bit of an accident? And then my first, yeah, everyone just asked if that was planned, because I don't know, I was young-ish. I wasn't that young, I was 23, but you know, I had only been with my now husband for 6 months before I got pregnant, but he was planned, you know, and yeah, pretty much. But no one has asked if this baby was planned or not, and everyone just seems pretty happy. My husband was actually telling me that his brother was sort of like, oh, that's awesome, congratulations, and he hasn't given us that kind of reaction for either of the kids. And we were kind of like, my husband Mike, he was kind of like taken back by it. He was like, whoa, you're showing us some emotion with it. And usually he's like, oh, cool, you know. But yeah, those are pretty much all my questions. So yes, I'm 8 weeks pregnant. I'm sorry there hasn't been much of an update, or I haven't really been doing any of these, but I will definitely try. It is currently the school holidays. Easter weekend was the weekend just been, and yeah, that happened to be right in the middle of school holidays, which means that Max isn't at kindy, but he goes back next week, which I'm very grateful for, because I am exhausted and I don't feel good, and it's a lot of kids to have to deal with. And I keep thinking to myself, why am I doing this again? But you know, it's fine. We're getting through it. Like, I'm not hating my life yet, so I'm taking that as a positive. And yeah, just taking each day as it comes, one day at a time.